Hey guys, so here's a really inexpensive, cheap lunch or breakfast or dinner to make. I had some deli ham. I just sliced deli ham. Making 3 portions here, so I just made little piles. I had a brick of cheese. It was like $1.88 at the store at Aldi. So I just shred it all up and I keep it in this container just to keep it as fresh as possible. And then I had a carton of eggs, cracked 4 eggs onto the skillet. And the trick, I think, to the perfect over medium eggs is I crack them, I season them a little bit. Sorry, I'm putting pink sea salt on there, Himalayan sea salt, as I'm talking. Put a little salt on there. They were on the skillet cooking until they got a little bit whiter on the edges, just until they got a little white, and then I took them off the eye and I let them sit here for about another minute and a half, and then you can see they cook a little more thoroughly. And then I grab my spatula and I just kind of divide the eggs. And I don't know if this is the right way, I just know this is the way I do it. So if anyone has a better way, put in the comments, that's awesome. So they're still, as you can see, runny and clear in the middle. And then I flip them so that they're nice and cooked around the white area, but the yolk still remains a little bit soft. And then I put them back on the hot eye. And I let them cook for about another 30 to 45 seconds. I can kind of tell how long I like them cooked because I kind of poke a little bit. Sometimes I'll lift the edges up and peek, but this is the best way, in my opinion. I let them get real hot, like how they're doing, and kind of sizzle. And then I will do what I did the first time around. I will take them off the eye and let them continue to cook a little bit without overcooking, without having to put too much thought into it. But it just makes for a perfectly cooked egg, in my opinion. So when you're towards the end of feeling like the eggs are where you want them, so I'm gonna quick just peek, and I can see that they are, like, the yolk, I can still poke, it's still soft, but the egg is cooked through pretty much. Then I will top it with some shredded cheese. And then nothing fancy, you know, you don't have to have top of the line equipment to make good food or to make the cooking process easier. But I do that and then come over to the cabinets and I grab a large plate and I just place the plate on top, and it's gonna keep all that heat inside. Sorry, as I go over here and fix my plate. It's gonna keep all that heat inside, and it's gonna help that cheese melt quicker. And if you want, you can even move it back to the eye for just like that, just until you hear that popping, and then turn that eye off. Give that plate a second. You can kind of peek. You see how it's all getting melty and perfect. Let's put that plate back on there for another second or 10 seconds. And then I've, as you can see, plated, that ham is still on there, and I've just given like a few strawberries on each plate while I close the cheese up. And then I take this plate off, and that looks delicious. And then what I do is I scoop those eggs up and I put them on top of the pile. And you can put toast underneath all of it. It just gives it a little heartier. But if you're focusing on eating low carb, this is a yummy, delicious way of doing it. And then you've got your protein, well, 3 sets of protein actually, because you've got your ham, then you've got your eggs and your melted cheese. You've got a little bit of fruit, a few berries, not too much, probably 3 carbs worth, if that. There might be 1 carb in the ham. because of the way it's been prepared, I think this is honey smoked ham. And then when you go to get your fork and you go to eat, you just slice right into that to get your first piece of food. And it's just a little bit of yolk comes out, but it's just perfect. And if you want, you can top it with a little extra salt there. But this is my favorite salt I like to use when cooking. I don't know. Everyone has their own that they like, but it just seems to be a nice, healthy alternative. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed.